Right, so today we actually have a brand new genre of drama to talk about here on the MARKIE channel, and it's pajamas drama. And usually at this point I'll make a bit of a joke saying something like,
oh, I never thought we'd talk about drama that involves pajamas here on the channel, like for example.
But honestly, we have spoken about so many random topics on this channel at this point, I'm not even surprised. But either way, let me actually add some context to this situation. So there's two main people you need to be aware of here, two sisters in fact, Cecily and Samantha. And they're clearly very popular. I mean, Cecily has 2.2 million followers on TikTok, Samantha has 572,000 followers on TikTok. And from what I can tell from their pages, they do kind of like lifestyle content, you know, like the get ready with me's, spend a morning with me as like a mother, kind of showing like their morning routines and whatnot, and then like family content on top of that. Well, recently, Cecily and Samantha have released their own clothing brand together, more specifically Christmas pajamas, and it's called For The Mems. This is the TikTok account right here. As you can see, these are some of the products that they're selling, and one of the main ways of kind of being like marketing these products is that you can get like matching pajamas for your family, right? Like there's this video, for example, that says, when you finally find matching PJs for the entire family. But now this is where the problems kind of started, and this is why a lot of people seem to have a problem with these products. First of all, as you can see, these are the women PJ sets that they're selling. They were all $98. I say were because if we actually go on the products now, they're $75. We'll get to that later. But either way, I mean, even with the reductions, pretty expensive, right? And with these really high prices on top of the marketing saying you can get like pajama sets for your entire family, you can see why people would complain.
For my family of 5, it would cost us $486 to buy your pajamas. 2 kids. I have a teenager and my husband, and then me.
Yeah, I mean, straight away, right? There's not even much of a debate here. It's very expensive, especially considering it's like seasonal pajamas that you'll only wear for maybe like 1 month in the entire year. You're not going to wear them every day because they need to be washed. You'll wear them maybe like half the days out of 1 month in the year. It's a lot of money for a product like that. Now, of course, it's no secret that some items of clothing are more expensive than others, right? If you're buying from a reputable brand that uses very high quality materials, the products are going to be more expensive. But this is where even more problems came into it, because a bunch of TikTokers were making videos talking about how the products aren't that high quality.
$98 pajamas. $98 for rayon. The material rayon is one of the cheapest materials on the market. Cecily, the mom talker, is back in the drama again when she released For The Mems, her new business selling clothing, and the prices are ridiculous. You can go over to Target and for $30 you can get a matching pajama set that is 100% cotton. This pajama set is essentially the same material as Cecily's, $29. Old Navy, you can get 100% cotton. $12.
So of course, as you can imagine, when people find out the quality of the products, right, the materials that are being used, they're going to compare them to other brands that will sell them cheaper. And I don't even think the issue is that the products are more expensive than these massive brands that can afford to sell them for cheaper, like the way they get their products in the first place. But it's the fact that they're so much more expensive. I mean, $98 originally for a pajama set. Like, that should be some pretty high-end pajamas, right? And it's not even just the women's pajama sets that people have a problem with. Like, for example, there's this one right here. It's a Santa Boys set. And as you can see by the shirt tag, it's by Comfort Colors. That's the shirt brand, right? And people have started looking up the prices, and you can get Comfort Colors shirts for $9, whereas this is now being sold for $78. And clearly, judging by everyone's opinions, they would think that the product should be way higher quality, using like bamboo or whatnot. And a lot of people are pretty underwhelmed by the quality or the materials that are being used. Now, when people started complaining about the prices and comment on the videos saying like, oh, I love these sets and whatnot, I really want to get them and support you guys, it's just too expensive, it was her replies that made people even more pissed off. So as you can see by these screenshots, people are saying if your PJs were $50, I would get one for me and my fiance. And Cecily has replied saying, I'm not sure if this helps, but we do offer shop pay. And there's a few screenshots saying very similar stuff, right? We have the option for shop pay. I'm not sure if shop pay helps, but we have this option. So basically she's saying if it's too expensive, you can like pay installments for it. Paying installments for pajamas that you can only wear at Christmas, probably not the best financial decision you can ever make. And I can already tell what some of the comments are going to be like in this video because they are the usual comments when you talk about like overpriced products. And that is simply, if it's too expensive, don't buy it. Which obviously is a fair point. You don't have to buy it. But also, you can be pretty annoyed if you see like an influencer who has a very supportive fan base and they're selling products for a ridiculously high price, knowing fine well that their audience is going to pay for it because that you're so like involved in your account and your videos and you just want to support you. Like at the end of the day, if you are a big TikToker, big YouTuber, big streamer, whatever it is, you can sell products that maybe aren't that good for a much higher price and people will buy them. So with that in mind, knowing you have that big head start compared to most people who want to start a business, you should probably do your best to make sure the products are of really good quality, or at least you can get your money's worth, right? Especially considering the return policy on these products isn't very good. I mean, as we can see right here on the website, it says returns will be processed for store credit as an e-gift card. The actual shipping cost will be deducted from the return credit. So basically, you can't get a refund, you just get credit on the website to buy more products. So if you buy your set for $98 or $75 with this new reduction, and then you receive it and you think, this really isn't worth $75, the material feels cheap, you can't get a refund. But this isn't where the complaints ended. There was more videos like this one from Justine here, who was talking about how these products do not look like high quality products, even the way that they're shown on the website.
I am not about to pay $500 for the whole family to match, and we're not even matching. Look at this color discrepancy.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to say, the white definitely looks like a different shade of white on this one compared to this one. I don't know if that's maybe just the lighting or the camera, whatever it is. They don't seem to be matching. Now, what I will say is that maybe it's because someone in this picture is wearing like a sample, maybe like an old version of the product that they're selling rather than the finished product, and that's why it's kind of a different shade. But you would think that you would probably wear like the finished product in the pictures. I don't know, I'm just trying to give somewhat of an explanation of why this could be.
People who are saying that these are luxury pajamas and that people should just stop complaining about the price because, oh, it wasn't like meant for you, they're luxury pajamas. $98. 93% rayon, 7% spandex. They warn you that your set is going to shrink.
Yeah, I mean, that is an interesting warning, right? Let's actually have a read of that. Size up, as this print is prone to shrinking due to the all-over print. Yeah, I mean, it's not the best warning to have, right? If it is something that they can't avoid, maybe this is more normal than what I think it is. I've just never really seen a warning like this before. But if you're buying something for $98, you would probably expect your product not to shrink in the wash, right?
Is this product photo giving luxurious? You're telling me they couldn't have just like ironed it first or even like just laid it out straight? Like, look at this.
Yeah, I mean, that is kind of interesting that they've put the picture like that. It's very creased, not like laid out evenly. Maybe that's some type of like aesthetic they're going for that I'm not aware of, right? Maybe it's some like quirky thing. I don't really get it. Interesting choice.
And these product photos, like, they're all over the place. Is this giving luxury? The shirts are see-through. You can literally see the graphic that's on the back of this shirt from the front. Oh, and you want the whole family to match. Well, look at this. The white coloring is completely inconsistent. Like, what? On Reddit, this user pointed out that they also had to change from advertising it as a kid's onesie into a kid's jumpsuit because of the Gerber trademark.
Okay, so as you can clearly tell, people are not happy, right? I mean, a lot of these videos that we're watching right here, people complaining, have like 1 million views, hundreds of thousands of views. Like, a lot of people are kind of invested in this, and a lot of people are disappointed. Now, on top of all of this, there's a product on the website that's had to be changed because people weren't happy about what it said on the t-shirt, like this one, for example.
So, little boy's shirt, so cute, lightweight, breathable. On the back, it has a really cute Santa graphic. It says, out here looking like a snack. It says, out here looking like a snack.
Yeah, so when a lot of people saw this t-shirt that is designed for a child, they thought it was very inappropriate. On top of that, it's also like a copy design. I mean, there's this one right here, out here looking like a snack with a very similar design. But it wasn't even really the copy design that people had a problem with. They just thought it was inappropriate for being on that t-shirt. And it has now actually been changed. As we can see right here, this is the new design. Basically the same thing, just with no text on it. And in the description, it actually says, due to a manufacturing error, this t-shirt will have a different material than the rest of the collection. So what it seems like, because this was like a last minute change after the release, because people had a problem with the t-shirt, they've had to use just a completely different t-shirt. Maybe that's the one that they could get their hands on. I mean, this one's actually 100% cotton. But at this point, I think you get the gist of what's been happening here, right? Because of all of this backlash, of course, Cecily and Samantha were gonna have to respond to all of this. And they did, and they made this video where they start off by talking about the inspiration behind their brand.
You guys know that we started For the Mems, and it was inspired by our family's desire to always come together to create special memories, to coordinate, to match, and that all originated with Christmas morning.
They're then going to talk about how they don't have much experience in clothing. This is the first kind of clothing brand they've made, and they appreciate everyone's guidance.
Obviously, neither one of us has ever had any experience in the clothing industry.
When it comes to building a clothing line from the ground up, that specifically. I mean, I worked in retail, but when it comes to building a clothing line from the ground up, it is completely different.
We didn't have any experience in designing, producing, selling, especially when it comes from something from the ground up.
They then go on to say that they're really proud of the quality of their products, and they believe that anyone who receives the products are going to be really happy with them.
Samantha and I cannot state enough about how proud we are of the quality of the pajamas that we are selling with For the Men's.
And we are so confident in the fact that everyone who has purchased one will absolutely love the quality of the product that they receive.
And now at this point, this is where we get to the prices, and they say that they are going to lower the prices.
We are really grateful for the feedback that we have received about the price of the PJ sets. And in wanting to maintain that desire and that heart for why we started For the Men's in the first place, to bring something that we love and cherish so much to you guys, we wanted to make it more accessible, and we've decided to lower the prices on the pajama sets across the board on the website.
And even going further to say that these new prices mean that they won't be making any profits off these products, and that anyone who's already purchased this at a higher price will receive a refund for the extra that they've paid.
And in that spirit, we just want to let you guys know that we have lowered the prices to a point where even if we sell out every single item on the website, we will make zero profit on our investment into this.
If you're wondering if you've already purchased, we've already had you guys in mind. We will be refunding your portion to the new price that is reflected on the website.
Which I've got to say is a good change, right? The prices have been lowered. They went from $98 to $75. It's lowered quite a bit. Now, of course, people are still going to have a problem with that because $75 for pajamas is still very expensive. But like they said, they have been lowered. They're also going to refund people for the extra that they've paid, and keeping in mind like the new reductions, which I think is a good change. But I will say the bit that confuses me is how they're not going to make profit of selling pajamas for $75. I just can't see the products costing that much to make. Now, maybe there's some marketing expenses that I'm unaware of. To me, it seems like they're just posting TikTok videos marketing. Maybe there's some extra costs. It just seems like to make these products, they probably wouldn't be $75. But what do I know? They could very well be telling the truth. I've never made a clothing brand before, right? So I don't know. It just seems expensive to me, that's all. And then they end the video saying that they're aware that people are going to shame them for making these changes, but they are okay with correcting these changes.
Aware of the risk that we are taking in doing this, and we are also aware that some people may even take more time out of their day to try to shame us from not doing this in the first place.
This is something that we admit to and are completely okay with correcting,
learning and growing.
Now, looking at the comments in this video, it seems like most people are still pretty disappointed. I mean, we've got comments like this saying, just got matching pajamas for my family of 6 for $54 total on Carter's, obviously a different website. I also saw a lot of comments from people saying that Samantha is furious in this video. People think that Samantha is really annoyed about this. I didn't quite see that myself, but maybe I'm wrong. We've got comments like this saying, what about the children ones not being flame resistant? Can you tell us more about what makes these high quality? I love the part where you acknowledge the return policy. As a business owner, you're definitely making profit even at $75. Don't say you're not. Wholesale on any product is what you pay for it, then the price goes up 100%, so you're definitely making at least $30, $40 per item. $75 is not price drop. Good luck on your endeavors, ladies, and that comment actually has 25,000 likes. I'm not being snarky. Did you guys research a pajama market to see what the average price point is? Because brands like J. Crew, Victoria's Secret, and even Skims have lower priced options. And that comment has 12,500 likes, so clearly people seem to be pretty disappointed still. Also, regarding the whole profit thing, I think it's important to know that when most people start a business, they don't make a profit for quite a while, in some cases like years, right? So I think to bring that up to be like, look, we're making such a big sacrifice for you, I can see why people have a problem with that, because again, when most people start a business, they don't make a profit. But I can also see how that might be a rare thing for like TikTokers and YouTubers, right? Because a lot of creators, not all, right, but a lot of creators will create a product with the profit in mind, where they can sell it for the highest price point for the cheapest materials and make the most profit straight away, because they have that advantage where their viewers will just buy something regardless of what it is. So in the TikTok, YouTube, streamer world, whatever it is, it might be a lot rarer for a business to not make profit straight away. But yeah, I do think that's important to note. But either way, that is all the information that we have up until now. I would love to know your opinions in the comment section down below on everything that we spoke about in today's video. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like on it, subscribe if you are new, and until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, goodbye.